Do you remember the first time you noticed something different inside you? I'm not talking about a passing sadness, but that suffocating feeling that doesn't go away, even when everything seems normal on the outside. Most of the time, darkness starts quietly, a weight on your chest, insomnia that just won't leave, racing thoughts, or an inexplicable emptiness. It's so common for us to ignore these signs, thinking it's just a bad phase or simple exhaustion. But in reality, our bodies and minds are trying to warn us. You know, that constant headache, the urge to cry for no reason, or that struggle to feel joy. These are silent cries for help, small attempts from your own system to tell you something needs your attention. The biggest trap is believing that feeling this way is weakness or just being dramatic. In today's world, we learn to wear masks and act strong all the time. The problem is, when we deny the darkness, it grows quiet and invisible until it's impossible to ignore. So the first step is to recognize that the pain exists, and it doesn't make you any less capable, less strong, or less worthy of happiness. Here's something to reflect on. When was the last time you stopped to listen to what your darkness is trying to say? Drop a comment below if you've ever felt this way, and how that first encounter with your own pain felt. Most people see emotional pain as an enemy, something to fight, get rid of, or forget as quickly as possible. But what if I told you that this darkness is actually an alarm system, your body and mind working together? It's no coincidence that when we ignore small frustrations, fears, or hurts, they come back stronger as anxiety, panic attacks, a sense of emptiness, or deep sadness. Neuroscience has already proven emotions that aren't felt and accepted get stuck in our bodies, turning into physical symptoms like muscle pain, migraines, insomnia, or even digestive issues. Your suffering is not a sign of weakness. It's your body trying to protect you, showing that something inside needs gentle attention. Darkness shows up when something is out of place. It might be past trauma, an abusive relationship, unmet expectations, or even a lack of self-care. Darkness wants to warn you, not destroy you. It's trying to ask you to slow down, seek help, and reconnect with your true needs. The big mistake is trying to silence the pain with distractions, addictions, or keeping busy. When we look inside and listen to what the darkness is showing us, we make room for real healing. Ask yourself, what is this pain trying to tell me? What part of me needs attention right now? Share in the comments if you've ever uncovered an important message behind your own darkness. Ignoring your own pain might seem like the easiest way out, but that's exactly where the danger lies. What starts as a small discomfort quickly turns into symptoms that are hard to ignore. Have you ever noticed that when you try to suppress your suffering, it comes back even stronger? The body starts to scream what the mind refuses to hear. Studies show that people who suppress negative emotions are up to 3 times more likely to develop chronic illnesses like hypertension, heart problems, and sleep disorders. Not to mention the increase in anxiety, depression, and even the risk of addictions, alcohol, smoking, or compulsive eating. All because emotional pain, when suffocated, needs to find another way out, and almost always it ends up coming out through the body. Besides the physical symptoms, ignoring the darkness brings consequences to our relationships and self-esteem. Constant irritability, isolation, lack of energy, and discouragement affect the way we connect with the world and with those we love. The silence, which should bring peace, becomes suffocating. If you feel like you're always putting out fires inside yourself, know this: the bill comes due. And the longer we take to listen to what the darkness is trying to tell us, the harder the healing path becomes. Tell me in the comments, have you ever noticed any physical or emotional symptoms showing up after ignoring your pain? How did that affect your life? I, Elena, have felt that way too. That's why I want to share the story of Dona, a strong 60-year-old woman, mother, grandmother, and tireless worker. For many years, Dona Lúcia believed her role was to be the foundation of the family. She took care of her children, grandchildren, the house, and still worked outside to make sure nothing was missing. But behind every smile, she carried a deep exhaustion and a silent sadness that nobody could see. Dona Lúcia felt aches all over her body, slept poorly at night, and sensed a growing emptiness. Even when surrounded by her family, when people asked if she was okay, she'd answer yes out of habit, just like so many of us do. Time went by, and by ignoring these signs, her health began to decline. She had anxiety attacks, headaches, and felt like she was living on autopilot without any real desire to enjoy life. It was only when she had to be hospitalized due to a blood pressure spike that Dona Lúcia realized the darkness she felt wasn't a weakness, nor exaggeration, it was a cry for help. With her family's support, she sought therapy, learned to practice self-care, and started talking about her feelings without shame or guilt. She discovered breathing techniques, took daily walks, and even found pleasure in small moments of silence just for herself. Today, Dona Lúcia is an inspiration to everyone around her, not because she never felt pain, but because she learned how to listen to it and transform suffering into strength. Maybe you're wondering, why does facing my pain change everything? In the next minute, I'll show you why ignoring your pain can change your entire life. If you saw yourself in Dona Lúcia's story, know this. It is never too late to ask for help and start treating yourself with kindness. The big turning point happens when we stop fighting against pain and start truly listening to it. Just like Dona Lúcia, it's possible to turn suffering into wisdom and darkness into a new source of light and strength. The first step is practicing acceptance. Instead of judging your feelings, try to welcome them even when they seem confusing or scary. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to feel. It sounds simple, but science shows that mindfulness and conscious breathing exercises reduce stress and anxiety, helping your brain leave alert mode and enter a state of self-healing. Another powerful strategy is therapeutic writing. Try jotting down everything you feel without filters. This gives a voice to your pain and relieves that internal pressure. Also include small self-care routines, a soothing tea, a walk outdoors, listening to music that calms you, or talking to someone you trust. These small actions done every day can literally reshape the way your brain responds to suffering. It is so important to remember, transforming darkness isn't an overnight process, it is a journey. There will be tough days, setbacks, doubts. In those moments, be patient with yourself and turn to the tools that work for you. If you need to seek professional help, asking for support is a sign of courage, not weakness. And if you've ever tried any of these practices, share in the comments what has helped you find a bit of light on your darkest days. If there's one thing darkness loves, it's silence. It gets stronger when we believe no one will understand how we feel, that we're a lost cause, or that our pain is too small to bother anyone. But the truth is, no one deserves to walk this path alone. Talking about what hurts can be scary, but that's exactly where freedom begins. Opening up to someone you trust, joining support groups, talking to mental health professionals, all these things build an invisible network of care. Just like Dona Lúcia, thousands of people have changed their stories when they decided to ask for help without shame or guilt. I want to remind you, you deserve to be heard, you deserve care, and you deserve to live days filled with light, even after going through storms. Your pain does not define who you are, but your courage to face it can transform your whole journey. If you need a hug today, write, "I deserve light" in the comments so I can see you. If this video spoke to you, please like, share, comment your experience below, and subscribe to the channel. Here, you are never alone. And if this video resonated with you, I strongly recommend you watch the playlist, The Weight of Emptiness, Depression, and Inner Void. There you'll find other deep videos, real support, and practical tips for dealing with pain, emptiness, and finding hope, even on the hardest days. Click on the playlist and allow yourself to receive even more care and guidance. Remember, if you need quick relief, try this deep breathing exercise right now. Inhale slowly, counting to 4. Hold for 4 seconds and exhale gently. Or if you prefer, say a prayer, make yourself a soothing tea, or simply close your eyes and give yourself a gentle hug. You deserve this care. You deserve a fresh start. With love, from your friend, Elena Gray.